the Gary Harris dive into your legs. I mean, obviously, did not look like a fun sequence. I mean, for you, how do you just handle, like extreme?
Next question.
The third quarter, I think, was where they created a lot of the separation. Just what'd you see in the third there?
Kind of going back to what I said, kind of in the Boston game. Not only did they pick up their physicality, but they executed. We tried to match it, but offensively we didn't execute and run our stuff with force.
Yeah, and I mean, more to that, what you just see on the offensive end, I guess, besides force, if anything.
We got to attack the gaps. I don't think we're attacking the gaps with a purpose. I think we're going, but we're not doing it with a purpose. For us, we call it 0.5 decision, and we just got to do that a lot better.
What's your feel just on the state of the team right now after losing 4 of the last 5, big homestand, and just the frustration building at the end of this game?
It is frustrating, but I've said it before, the beauty in the NBA is you got a game either the next day or the day after. So, I always tell myself on the court and off the court, don't panic, because when people panic, it causes other people to want to panic. So, no, there's no need for us to panic. We just got to come with a higher level of focus into these next few games. But like I always say, one game at a time.
And I know you talked about execution, but how much do you think just matching their physicality was an issue tonight as well?
You just got to be physical. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to be physical. They called a foul, they call it, but I'd rather us make the refs call it than not try to match it.
You left the game with the finger issue. I guess, how is it feeling? And was there? Did you feel like you would have been able to play at the end if they put you back in?
I don't want to dive too deep into that question because I don't want to say anything that's not right, to be honest. But yeah, I tweaked it a little bit. I'll have more information on it tomorrow morning. I think I'm gonna get it looked at and go from there.
Z, did you hurt that finger on that dunk attempt in the fourth quarter?
Earlier in the game, he got hit a few times, but when I went for the block on Suggs, I kind of went with force and just banged it against the backboard really hard.
6 games left. What do you guys have to do to make this playoff push a success?
Like I said, we have to have a higher level of focus. We just do. Spoke on it a lot throughout the year, but at a certain point, I just can't keep speaking on it. We got to make it happen. If we want to be one of those contenders, we got to get wins, even in tough games like this. We got to figure out how to get a win.
You know these guys, I mean, your teammates, obviously, but you feel like y'all have what it takes to kind of fight out of this?
Absolutely. Going to practice tomorrow and make sure energy is high. Make sure nobody's tripping over what happened. Because like I say, you can't panic. There's no need to panic. We just have to have higher level of focus and take it one game at a time.
And obviously, the frustration was high at the end, but I mean, how surprising was it to see 3 guys, get tossed basically in 5 seconds?
So I had already got to the locker room, so I didn't even get to see it happen. But Coach spoke to us about that. I don't know if he shared it, so I don't want to speak too much on it. But I think that's something we just got to talk about internally as a team.
Thanks, Anthony.
You guys have a great night.